Hi, and welcome to Let's Plays Disco Elysium, part 47. If you would be so kind, remember to like, comment, share and subscribe, and if you're so inclined, go check out the Patreon. So, you see the Lieutenant's familiar shape in the orange jacket. It turns double, then triple from the pain. Kim.
Sunrise, Parabellum.
The lieutenant says he's in the middle of a freshly cleaned room with a fan above his head like a halo. His face is covered in bruises. Ouch.
It's not ouch time yet. You just got the Dramamine pill an hour ago. Wait until it wears off.
Dramamine? Then it's not that bad. Neither surgical nor organ damage bad, but still under the counter bad.
This room, it's clean.
Mr. Garte cleaned it. It took him an entire day.
How long have I been out?
2 days, in and out. You've been up enough to take Dramamine and curse. And drink water.
What did you say? Sunrise?
Sunrise Parabellum. Sunrise, prepare for war. It's an old revolutionary saying.
Isn't that written on your...
My gun, it's engraved on it.
Cops like it.
Is it war today?
The gates of the harbor are boarded up. The streets are a little more empty. Apocalyptic violence is yet to erupt, I am relieved to say.
He looks out the window.
I think we may have held it off, for now. Barely.
Good.
Yes, we have also completely failed, but that's okay.
What happened?
What happened? You threw an improvised petroleum bomb at the Major. A firefight ensued.
The tie made me do it.
He does not answer, and searches for something in his coat pocket instead.
Is he dead?
Very. He died in the hospital.
A blood-stained killer.
I'm a killer.
You're an officer of the RCM.
He continues without waiting for your reply.
As retaliation, the rifleman tried shooting you. He hit the cuirass. I heard it go off. I was looking for a clear line of sight to him.
He sounds a tiny bit sorry he did not find it before you got hit.
I shot and wounded him, while Glenn took a bullet in the spine. It was meant for me. He did not survive.
There's a pause.
This is not the first person to die in his place. He goes on.
Titus, Fat Angus, and Theo charged. Angus and Theo did not make it. They both died before they made it to intensive care. Titus survives. So do Alain and the musician. I forget his name.
Eugene?
Yes, he's still alive too.
Nod.
You were bleeding out by then. I think you say that no one wants to party with you, and you warned me. I was able to disarm one of them, the Paul, before she got the jump on me.
Thank you.
I killed her. And that's what happened.
The lieutenant takes a cigarette from his pocket and lights it. A bitter smell fills the room. So you also killed.
He nods.
I thought you only smoked one a day.
This is the one.
And they're all dead, all three of the contractors?
The Paul was the last to die. Evrard had their bodies returned to Crenel for a funeral. The company is yet to retaliate.
Why?
Because we deterred them? Or Joyce did? Maybe the harbor in full lockdown is too costly a target. Or maybe...
He breathes in the fumes, thinking.
Maybe they are simply taking their time and will attack soon. I don't know.
How many casualties on the Union side, total?
3. Glenn, Theo, Angus. The fat one, he took a lot of bullets. And Theo, he was just too old for combat.
And that's...
All.
He nods. I don't see how things could have gone any better.
Let's face it, officer, and this is both of our fault. It could have gone a little better. 6 people are dead.
+1. Ruby.
But what's done is done. The violence is cordoned off. The Hornets did not get into the beehive. The worst scenario has not materialized. Yet. And we are still alive. Both of us.
He did not expect you both to survive once you stepped between those two armies. His smoking, his hunched back. You have it worse, but he took a real beating. That cigarette has medicinal purposes.
How bad am I hurt?
Reasonably bad. You were shot in the left quadriceps. That's your thigh. It appears no major arteries were nicked. The bullet was removed and a bacterial infection treated with mercurochrome. The bruising in your shoulder is negligible. The armor took the brunt of the fire.
Can I walk?
We will see.
If it's possible, then by pure willpower alone, you are going to have to become a psycho-locomotor.
I'm a psycholocomotor.
Good. You'll need to be. Whatever that is.
Has anyone from the station been to see me?
No.
A man and a woman sit in the front seat of an armored motor carriage. The woman is driving. The man lights a cigarette. Jean Vicmer is his name. The asphalt vanishes under the wheels of the machine. Ahead, harbour cranes rise to the sky. Back to that shithole, he says.
Good, I don't need them.
I called your station after the fight. The injury was logged in. They told me they've sent officers to join you on the site.
Odd. You haven't seen any, have you?
I'm sure they're worried about you.
That means he hasn't seen them around while you were out. They're not really worried about you. If they were, wouldn't they be here?
If they were so worried about me, where are they?
I don't know.
If not my station, then who treated me?
I did.
Thank you.
No need.
Are you hurt?
Not very. I have a concussion from that woman beating me with the butt of her gun. I tried to not move too much. Things would be worse if you didn't warn me. Thank you. I did not see her coming. Stupid of me.
Okay, get up. Get up. Get up, Harry. You can do it.
Easy now.
The lieutenant turns double again before your eyes. An orange hue of pain.
How are you?
Who cares? Who cares about me? It doesn't matter.
The lieutenant doesn't reply, just looks at you teetering on your feet.
What happens now, Kim?
I honestly don't know.
You don't know?
We can't talk to Everard. The harbor is in lockdown. Everyone in there is outside our grasp now. Joyce has left too, thanks to our meddling.
I'm pretty sure she was going to leave anyway. You don't think it was a good idea?
I don't know what to think. It might not have been a bad idea. There is a pin somewhere in the machine. Something is keeping Connell from sending in a death squad.
He looks out the window.
Maybe it's her. Maybe she kept her hand. Either way, Ruby's gone, and Klasje too. We really should have arrested her, you know?
You checked? She's really?
Garte confirmed she left 20 minutes prior to the tribunal showing up.
Who did it then, Kim? Who killed the hanged man?
I don't know. I think the theory you presented, it's someone else outside our circle of suspects, was right. It better be. Everyone within the circle is either dead or gone. Honestly, I think our investigation has not produced a single credible suspect.
His voice is calm, matter of fact. The fucking Maybells, Kim. The flowers.
What?
Yank out and show the dried flower while it falls to pieces. This one, remember?
Every piece of garbage in the city is not connected to the case. You don't have to keep everything.
Yes, I do.
He's wrong.
No, Kim. Every piece of garbage in this city is connected to the case.
Okay.
He concedes, clearly not meaning it. It's because I am a La Puta Madra's peon, isn't it?
Don't be narcissistic. Half the cops in Revachol West are his peonies. Even if you are, it is not a decisive factor in this case.
That does make some sense.
What about the hole in the ouch wall? Someone was checking her out.
I don't know. That's been there for years.
The goddamn footprints!
Yes. God curse the footprints. Not solving the case for us. Au diable.
There's still a 28% possibility that the shot came from a distance.
We should go upstairs, rethink the ballistics in situ. I agree with this. What else?
A light nod through some pain.
See? There's that.
I
You
can
can do
do
ballistics.
ballistics. An antique bullet from a Belle Magrave, 4.46mm. How hard can it be to find one? How hard can it be?
It's extremely easy. There are thousands lying around. We found one, all completely unusable. It's precisely how easy it is to find one that makes the bullet useless.
There are all these old bunkers and weapon caches, Revolutionary era.
We could find thousands more if we wanted. All of Revachol is full of them.
But they seemed so mysterious.
I can't believe they're fucking useless.
No need to be melodramatic.
Simple. We have to locate communism. Communism killed him.
I'm afraid we may not be able to locate communism, detective, on account of it being dead.
Good. It's good it's dead. Communism is stupid.
Ideology does not have anything to do with the murder investigation at hand. I'm sorry, it does not.
You know what I think about solving crimes?
He arches his brow. The ceiling fan patiently spins overhead.
Solving crimes is almost impossible.
It can feel that way sometimes, yes.
He sounds surprisingly weary. That concussion must be making him dizzy.
You're not ready to give up, are you?
No. Are you ready to limp?
I'm ready.
Good. Where do you want to limp to?
The lieutenant did mention doing more ballistics.
Ballistic.
Also, it's just close enough to endure the walk.
We could check Miss Klasje's room upstairs.
Why not?
He extinguishes the cigarette on the sole of his boot.
Another look at the window, perhaps? The one he was shot through. I don't know. I can't think of anything better.
Newly replaced glass shining in the morning light. You hear traffic outside. Back in the world again. This Stereo 8 player has been reunited with its speaker. You see gleaming white enamel. No bottles inside. Look, the door is open. You can walk right into Kim's room. Can I? Can I? I can. Medicinal supplies in the cupboard. Mercurochrome, a scalpel and stuff. I guess that's what he used to patch us up with. The alarm is set for 6:50 a.m. Blimey, that's a bit early, isn't it?
These papers bear the stamp of the RCM. They appear to be fragments of the lieutenant's paperwork, half finished. You make out notes on this and other recent cases.
I had Garte open the door to your room. You were running a low bacterial fever the first night.
Thank you for keeping this thing alive a little longer. Point to yourself.
It would have been easy were it not for my concussion. We both got lucky, considering the odds we faced. Let's go?
Can we go out this way? No, we have to go all the way around. Am I still? Do I still have a gun in my hand? I mean, that's a bit odd. I think we should be carrying around our traditional plastic bag, don't you? Maybe the tape player. Ouch, that leg hurts. Maybe if you don't run, it'll be okay. Okay, fine, no running. What is this? Looks like she left something on the table. But what is this?
Next to the stack of bills, you see a note, a few lines jotted down in large, uneven handwriting, just as the writer was about to rush out the door. I'm sorry, I fucked everyone over. P.S. I didn't kill him. P.P.S. Gift upstairs.
A gift.
The lieutenant turns to the staircase suspiciously, looking for any signs of another presence in the shadows above. What could this gift be?
I am not drawing my gun. Yet. But I don't like gifts.
He says he's not, but his hand moves instinctively toward his holster as he studies the note.
Maybe we should get our gun back in our hand.
Just don't walk into another radio trap, okay?
Yeah.
Relax. Not everyone is out to trap you.
Seems she left in a hurry.
It's hardly surprising.
Alright, maybe we should have gun in hand, but I mean, I don't think we've got another bullet. Some sort of garrote. A red thread made of nylon. It leads out the room and onto the roof. Clearly she wants me out there. The thread is tied to the antenna. Okay.
You see the same two neon-lit shapes, a man and a woman, only now a red thread bisects the room, pointing from the antenna outside to the cupboard on the wall.
This is ballistics. She's left a trajectory for us.
The lieutenant tests the thread with his finger. Drawn taut, it rebounds instantly.
A ray of backward motion explodes from his mouth to the roof outside, A prime, to then widen into a radius of locations in Martinez, B prime, B double prime, and B triple prime.
But where does the thread leave?
It suggests the bullet came from the extreme upper quadrant of possible angles, from a point beyond the roof, B triple prime, the island in the bay.
She's trying to tell us the shot came from the islet?
Unless she thinks the perpetrator was standing on the ring antenna. That is where the thread seems to point.
He nods. So how did she know how to do this?
She was there that night. She would have known precisely where the bullet hole was in the glass.
She had a long time to think about it after, standing on that roof, staring at the glass.
It also looks like there may be more to her skill set than we know. The question is, should we trust her?
And this is her way of saying she's sorry.
I find that hard to believe. But at this point, what difference does it make?
This is also the only point of origin that we haven't ruled out yet.
So it is.
For a second he seems tired.
Maybe we need to go to the island?
The wind blows in from the open window. The lieutenant sighs, looking into the cold distance across the water. The lead is flimsy. You might as well go around Martinez, looking under every rock and talking to every person.
Well,
But
we tried.
what else is there?
What else is there?
Not a lot, no.
Okay. I'm going to the island. Are you in?
Of course. I mean,
He takes a second to gather himself, then says,
how do we get there? Joyce Messier had a sloop, but she's gone.
Lilienne the net picker. She's tarring her boat.
Ah, yes, of course. The village. Let's go.
Okay. Well, at least this all seems pretty straightforward. talk to Garte. He was pretty brave.
Oh, you're up. It's good to see you back on your feet. Did you like your room? I cleaned it for you.
I did, thank you. Big improvement.
You're welcome. I thought it would be nice for you to wake up in a clean place after you, let's be fair, defended this establishment and its clientele from gunfire. I give credit where credit is due, and that was a crazy move. Crazy effective. Petroleum bomb. Never seen anything like that. I was there until it struck him. Crawled inside then. Bullets started flying. Anyway.
He clears his throat.
He really wants you to realize that he was also on the balcony looking by. In the danger zone, so to say.
I wish you a quick recovery. Also, you and your partner are staying here free now. This establishment supports cops. The stay is free, the drinks are not. Just felt I needed to specify that.
Where did everyone go?
Oh, you know, people don't tend to stick around after shootouts. Turns out they're not good for business.
What happened to the man with the sunglasses?
I don't remember everyone who comes here, and many people wear sunglasses inside lately. Must be a fad.
Maybe they're light sensitive. Okay, so I have to mention, when it happened, you were right out there, on the balcony.
Yeah, I was, yeah. That's because I'm a bad ass.
It really took courage. Don't pick at him.
Just nod stoically.
He nods back at you, even more stoically. Make that 3. The lieutenant is nodding too, hands crossed.
All right, thanks.
No problem. They'll come back. They always do.
Rather less people here.
Seeing you approach, the bruised man raises his bear in welcome.
Crazy motherfucker. Didn't think you had that fury in you. But I guess I've misjudged a lot of people lately. There I was, thinking, where are we gonna find a tin opener large enough for those cans? Then Capo Loco shows up and just sets a man on fire. Impressive shit, Copper. None of us would be breathing right now if it wasn't for... I guess what I'm trying to say here is... thank you.
He pauses, then extends his hand.
This is big. It's as big of a thank you as Titus Hardy can muster under any circumstances.
Shake it. No need to thank me. Just doing my job.
Well, cheers anyway, Copper.
He raises his whiskey bottle in a salute. I'm sorry about the people you lost.
Dio was old. I think he'd be pretty happy with the way he went. Never could imagine him withering away on a sickbed. But Angus... he was just a stupid kid. Didn't realize the mess he'd gotten into. Trusted me. Still, the balls on that kid. Went down fighting for someone else's shit like a fat, angry bear.
Here it comes. The last one is the worst one. He only deals with it by drinking copious amounts of 8% beer.
And Glenn was my friend. Best I've ever had. I love that crazy homo like my own brother. We're all fucked without him. But what do you do? This job is shit.
Hold on, what about that Shanky fella?
Dennis, you saw him run. He's a mean little shit and I never trusted him.
He shakes his head.
He'd better run real fast now. Real fast.
Well, he's got some survival instinct, I can give him that.
Titus makes no attempt to hide his disgust. Grief-stricken anger boils in him.
We are born into this world to die, it seems. Maybe there's redemption in that. Or at least it ends one day.
Man, getting shot has really squeezed all the funk out of you.
Mm-hmm.
Mark my words. One day we'll look back at this day and remember their courage, not their deaths.
Right. But today ain't that day yet, is it?
Titus takes another sip. What's going to happen to the Hardy Boys now?
First, we're gonna find Dennis.
I'm going to find Dennis. I'm going to find him, and then I'm going to kill him.
The tone of the statement is so matter-of-fact. It's as though he were talking about picking up a morning newspaper on his daily walk around the block.
That's not going to bring back...
We're hunting that rat down. Let it be known what happens to cowards. And then...
He thinks for a moment.
I guess I'll take a closer look at our union members. There's bound to be some ambitious fellows there who'd love nothing more than advancing social democracy by busting some heads.
Dennis, is that the one who ran? And what, they're going to pursue him and kill him? I don't
Might
understand.
even ask Tibbs if he's tired of replacing windows and maybe wants to have some fun with his brother. Anyway, don't you worry. As long as Titus Hardy's standing, there will be Hardy Boys.
He's right. The numbers are replaceable. In an organization of thousands of men, there are plenty who'd join.
Do you know what happened to Klasje?
Don't know, don't care. I'll be glad if I never see that fucking woman again.
Even after all that hell, he's still bitter about her?
Titus, after all we've been through, level with me. You really liked her, didn't you?
Nope.
He did.
Okay. Same here, man.
He shrugs and tries to look uninterested.
Any idea what I should do now?
Judging by the sight of you, I'd suggest crawling into bed with a bottle of whiskey in one hand and a big tit in the other.
He looks at your bandages.
Yeah, go pay Monica a visit in Janrock. She's got a knack for making men forget about their worries. Biggest bird of milkers in all Rebacho.
Hell, you both look like you could use some feminine company right now.
Thank you for your advice, Eugene, and you too, Alain. I do always appreciate a good use of the expression milkers.
It sincerely amuses him how hard these guys typecast themselves.
You're welcome, Bina Claude. You're all right in my book.
Titus's response is completely unironic. So long, fellas. Be good, so I don't have to come back here again.
Take care, coppers. You two look after yourselves now. Death passed on you today, but men don't get that lucky twice.
He says it with a warm smile.
Copo loco. And normal cop, I guess. Good luck in Shamrock. Scars made the best tattoos, they say.
Thanks for getting involved, guys. Not a lot of cops would step into that line of fire, but you did.
And if you ever feel like the uniform is holding you back, I've got a few vacancies. You'd make one hardy boy, copper.
And Titus Hardy himself would make a good officer. That man was born to lead.
The LCM could really use a man like you, Titus. Think about it.
I will, capo. That's a promise. Now scoot, 'cause the Hardy Boys got some mourning and drinking to do.
Take it easy on the drink. The danger has not passed. This town needs you on your feet.
Good point, Bino Claude. We'll keep the vol under 12% tonight.
Wow, so someone's been a little boring.
What?
Yes, my standard liege. Someone's seen all sorts of wild ideas pop off and thought, I'll take the boring one. The regular, please. The brown.
What's this? Picking on me for not being crazy enough? That's the least of my concerns.
No need to be defensive. The regularity, the brownness, the cut and dry have their appeal. A very standard appeal.
Look, I'm just trying to do my job. No need for extravagance.
Of course you do. Let's get right to it. My lord's coppo type is regular cop. I'll let everyone know. I'll send out a telefax.
Wait. This will be my coppo type now?
Yes, the type of cop you are, sire. Think of it as a caste, a class even, a nation of regular law officials that you belong to. It comes, of course, with the usual benefits.
Why not? Send out the telefax then. I'm not ashamed.
Done and done. No actual communiques will be sent, of course. That would be too dramatic.
Hi again, gendarme.
Well,
Bye-bye,
there's
gendarme.
nothing new to say. I mean, we were in a gunstop fight, mate. Seriously. This is just the regular who's always here. What is this? Un jour, je serai de
The graffito has been painted over the traces of the fight that took place here. It smells of blood and heavy fuel oil. This was Cindy the Skull.
Looks like Cindy the Skull finally found words for her masterpiece.
The lieutenant crouches, touching the fuel oil with his finger.
Looks like it, yes. This is still fresh. It wasn't here yesterday.
I smell heavy fuel oil.
And blood. Some of it is even yours.
Heavy fuel oil. Isn't that flammable?
What are you trying to imply, Fingers?
You could buy some smokes, light up a ciggy and throw it in there. You know, just to see what happens. See if it's flammable. It's better that way. Safer. The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder.
Mon Dieu, officer. It is worse than I thought. Believe me, I know all about that kind of pain. I've had hip trouble for the past week. Maybe it's time to slow down, enjoy life a bit. Anything I can do to assist you?
No, I don't think there is. We can call the station and ask if we're on the take.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
I mean, would they even know?
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Okay, reconnect me to the 41st.
Right. Please hold.
10-4, come in. Fireworker.
Okay.
Over.
Jules, I've heard that some people think of me as a Laputa Madre's peon. Do you think I'm corrupted?
10-4, sir. Well, there's been some talk, sir.
Some talk. What does it even mean, there's been some talk? Do they think I'm corrupt or not?
I only meant that there's been some talk in the station, that's all. But there's always some talk in the station. You know how officers in Jamrock are. But then again, some of us truly are on the take. It's unfortunate. Over.
Are you on the take? Okay. Transmission completed, actually. Shall I tell him about my lost gun too? Let's dig up all the good dirt.
10-4, I know I already wrote it in a report, but it will stay on my desk for a few days. Over.
I've also located it. It's on me now, and I won't lose it again.
10-4, sir. Roger that, and very glad to hear it. I will make relevant changes to the report.
Over.
Roger that. 10-10, over and out.
Okay, so...
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Okay, we've been attacked. I repeat, Lieutenant Kim Kitsuragi and I.
Something is wrong. Only static hisses through the speaker.
Hello?
No reply. Only the mindless drone of static crawling through the air.
It's been this way for a while now. My guess is the Union is listening in on our conversations and jamming outward communications to protect themselves from Tribunal. It only happens when someone mentions the attack. The rest is unaffected. Our best bet is to carry on like nothing happened. That is, if we don't want us cut off the grid completely.
Isn't that dangerous?
No more dangerous than stepping between 3 armed mercenaries and 8 Union men, I hope.
He glances over his shoulder.
I don't like it either, but that's the way it is. The street seems safe enough to me. If anything, taking out the mercs made things calmer. For now.
He flicks off the radio. Silence.
You can try calling again. Just don't mention the Tribunal. And remember, they are listening in.
They're shutting you up. Silencing you. Don't fucking drop your guard.
I don't intend
Everything
to.
sounds okay. No drumbeat of total war yet. If anything, everything sounds too okay.
Don't like it. It's too quiet.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers.
It's back up again. Can't imagine that there's really anything useful now. Right, to the boat, I think. Bit of a roundabout way. Hey, there's a boat. No, not this one. Here we are. Here.
Officer, what happened? You're limping. Why are you limping? You look terrible.
She sounds almost disappointed with you. Reprimanding you for falling and hurting your knee.
You seem angry. Why?
Look at you. You can barely walk.
It's nothing.
Doesn't look like nothing. Looks like you've got banged up real good. What happened to you anyway? We heard gunshots from the town. They were closer than usual.
There was an exchange of fire on Rue de Saint-Guylaine. It's nothing to be worried about, madame.
You should see the other guys. They're all dead.
So you're a killer? That's good, I guess. I guess. Better than being dead.
I'm not a killer. I'm a cop.
Hi. I guess you are. I understand that's how it goes.
I have some questions for you.
Of course. Can I help you with something?
Should we try and chat her up now? Our last opportunity, most likely.
Oh, yes, she
Well,
does.
that went
You
as
need
well
to get your drink on.
as we could be expecting.
There is no other way for human beings to procreate. Not after 6,000 years of yeast cultivation-based mating rituals.
Alcohol makes closeness possible. Let's connect.
Alcohol? Connect? I'm not sure I'm following you.
There's confusion in her eyes. Get hammered with me on a date, drunk date. It'll be nice, I promise.
That's a good impression. You really cracked me up, officer. Now, how can I help you?
She doesn't even understand what you asked her out. Perhaps you're too sober to pull it off right now. Try again later.
We need to get to the island. Point to it.
That won't be a problem. It's wind still and the tar just dried. We've got 2 days of relative sunshine ahead.
She points to her skiff next to the jetty. 2 days of sunshine? I just got a bacterial infection.
I'm sad to hear that. Take care of that with ether, will you? Don't get too many RCM men round here. Be sad to lose the first one.
What's on that island?
Nothing. Just ruins. Used to be some kind of fortification there before the war. For the communards. An anti-aircraft gun, I think. Bombed to bits in the landing. I haven't been there myself, always steered clear of it.
Hasn't been there herself. Who has then?
You said you haven't been there yourself. Who has been there, if not you?
My husband used to drink there. Him and his drinking buddies. Always seemed like a bad place to drink to me. People died there during the landing, you know. My mother told me.
This must be one of the many fortifications that was used in the dying days of the revolution against coalition forces before they took this city.
The kids sometimes go there too. I know they do, on rafts. I tell them not to, but they bring back old bullet casings and such.
Which kids?
The twins.
The twins.
God forbid they bring the girl along on some rickety barge.
Can we maybe ask your twins about that place before we go? Would that be alright?
Be my guest. They've a strange way of talking. See if you can get anything useful out of them. I seldom do.
Is there anything I should know about getting there?
Well, most of it's sunken. Underwater. That means concrete underwater. Cut your boat if you're not careful. Be sure to enter from the south side. Water's deep there.
Okay. And most essential question, can we borrow your boat?
If you promise to bring it back.
We
and no
will try.
scraping the hull. I just got it nice and yellow. And no drinking on the boat. And no joyriding either.
Okay. You got it, miss.
Of course, ma'am. It's only for a day or two. Official police business.
Aye.
Nod along attentively.
The crow's feet disappear from the corners of her eyes as she smiles at you.
Thank you. We'll use your skiff to get there then.
Please be conservative with the fuel, will you? Just filled her up, but it's a small tank.
Be seeing you. And off to the twins. Hello.
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone while the other watches him do it.
Hey kids, you know about that island, right?
On that island?
The one who's busy kicking stones points to the bay. Yes, the one I need to know. Yes, that one. I need to know what's there.
That's, nothing. It's just a seafort and some plants. You can take a raft there. It's great. And we make a fire. We make a fire. Gather the sticks for the fire and bullets. Or not real bullets, empty bullets.
Bullet shells. There are a lot of them left over from the war, but this could be important.
Wait, do you mean shells?
I don't know what these are.
What then?
They're lights. The fire guy comes and asks us to put the fire out.
Your nerve endings sting from the mention of a guy. They must mean a human being on that island, but it's cut off.
Someone lives on the island?
No.
The boy answers, shaking his head vehemently.
Yes.
His brother looks at him and then at you.
Let's go with yes.
The lieutenant raises his eyebrows and whips out his notebook. Why is he the fire guy?
Because...
The boy pauses to think.
Because he asks to put the fire out.
You mentioned something about lights?
I don't know.
Did you mean there are electrical lights?
Kim points to the streetlight.
Yes.
The boy looks at his toes. Why does he ask you to put the fire out?
I don't know. He doesn't like it. He don't like people to be there. You shouldn't go. Yes.
Is there anything else you can tell me about this guy? Age? Does he live there?
No, he doesn't live there. I don't think. No, he lives there. Been there twice, 2 times. He doesn't live there. He isn't there sometimes.
Anything else? What does this guy look like?
I don't know.
How come?
We ran. He just yelled we shouldn't be there.
Your father used to go to the island too, didn't he?
Our father killed himself. Don't say that, he didn't.
The brother punches him. The boy's eyes well up, like he's about to start crying. Say nothing.
I'm sorry.
The one says to the other, rubbing his brother's shoulder affectionately. Is that all you know? Is there anything more you can tell me about the island? The boy says, rubbing his eyes. It's clear that he has no intention of finishing the sentence.
Lights, fire guy. We should check up on that island.
We should indeed. Let's do it. Where's the boat? Where's the boat? There's the boat. Let's go.
A skiff with a small steering engine in the back floats on the calm mirror of the sea. Its 2 seats are empty. The boat's belly is a shiny yellow colour, industrial paint over fresh tar. You see it reflect off the water, along with the factory number, A72.
Looks nice.
Once you get in, that's it. One pull of the starter handle, and you're off into the bay. A strange trepidation comes over you. Are you sure you want to go now?
I think that's all we can do.
Have you made all the necessary preparations? Closed all your accounts? Remember what the net picker said. It's a small tank. You won't be going back and forth on this.
What, do you mean it's one way? Or we can only make this trip once? Oh, I think that's what it means. You take the engine, Kim. I'll hold the boombox.
What?
What? How else do we blast Sad FM on our way to the island?
Fine. Let's blast Sad FM then.
Sad FM is a radio station specializing in sad, slow rock songs. You seem to know its frequency by heart.
Get in and ride to the island. Nice! We're presumably blasting Sad FM from the prow now. I hope we don't hit anything though, because we're going straight in. To approach from the south. This is just the coastline at the moment. Yeah, that's where the party guys have their tent. Is there a bigger boat? Are we going to crash? Here we go. It's not the most exciting sequence I've ever witnessed, but shall we call it gradually unfolding mystery? Past the church. Very nice. Ooh. Where's this island then? Here it is. Here we are. and decayed. And is this fuel leaking into the sea? Damn pollution. There's a real possibility that there is a gunman
boat
here.
comes to a slow stop. The lieutenant turns the engine off. Then there's silence. In the silence, a sputter of wings. A flock of quails takes off in the distance.
Let's go.
Climb out. Makeshift bridge. The bombs were powerful enough to break the foundation. The rusty chain trails off into the ocean.
The chain trails off into the ocean, connecting the island to the supply depot on the coast.
This leads to the depot in Land's End.
Ah, yes, so it seems.
What do you think it's used for?
For bringing munitions to the island, maybe? And supplies? You could also lock the bay when you raise the chain.
Oh.
As a defensive measure, lock it off that side of the bay.
Lock it from whom?
From enemies. Enemies of the commune of Revachol. This sea fort was a revolutionary fortification, I believe.
Let's just have a little explore around. I assume this is kind of where the boys camp, probably. These tires are falling apart. They're at least 50 years old. Looks like we can't go any further that way, so up the stairs. Slow, I think. Attention, inflammable. Oh, and that's where all the fuel's leaking from. There's a lingering trace of amnesiac in the air. Some fuels leaked out of the barrel. Black, viscous.
The dry grass crackles under your feet as you stop. Far away, birds' wings touch the still surface of the sea.
What is that flutter?
The flock of quail departs. Now more than 100 meters away. 102, 105.
Underneath the flutter?
On the islet, there is almost no wind, just the light movement of air through the reeds. Bulrushes swaying on the waterline. Long dried leaves chafing against each other, like a silent orchestra tuning at the beginning of some major work.
To the west.
A silent hiss. Sea air moving through the needles of a pine tree.
To the east.
The faraway roar of the city, distant like today's dream. Before it, the sound of sand. The low tide filtered through its grains. A bird tending to its feathers.
Ahead.
A low hum. The air slowly moves through a concrete box, through its ancient slits and cracks, resonating, hollow. A big building.
Beyond that, further north.
Air flows out of a pillbox window. There is very little there. The air cossets flowers on a meadow. Absolute silence. Reeds motionless. Bulrushes motionless.
Below the silence?
Col de Mamadakwa.
What? Kim?
Yes?
Have you noticed how quiet it is?
I have. Is that why we're stopping?
Wait, I have to listen to one more
The
thing.
lieutenant nods in silence.
Maybe I don't. The barrel says ICM. You see a star with little specks in it. Looks like we could go through those doors. No way to get up here. The stairs are gone. Great, so looks like the doors are the only way. Yeah. Echo! Echo! This was once an armament rest. Twin cannons were attached here, medium distance, large caliber. Looks like we have to walk around again. Careful, these stairs have collapsed. Books, mostly fantastique and historical fiction. Dishes stained with sauce and fire, a survivor's kitchen. You see candles planted on a broken rangefinder. A moth-bitten bed sheet keeps the wind out. Well, I think we will explore this further next time on Let's Plays Disco Elysium. If you would be so kind, don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. And if you're so inclined, check out the Patreon. Thank you for watching and farewell. Thank you to my epic patrons who make videos like these possible. If you enjoyed this content and would like to see more, don't forget to subscribe.